Hi, I'm Mandy Johnson, and I'm back with you today to cover another session of the Health and Wellness Veterans Guide that we have here at CAVHS. We have several videos of this and the different components, and today we're going to cover the component of surroundings. So just talking about what your environment is like and how your environment plays a role in how you feel, and maybe if there's any goals that you have around improving the environment that you live in so that it keeps you more healthy and well. If you would like one of these workbooks, you can reach out to us and we'll give you that email at the bottom at the end of this session. And you can go back and watch the previous videos to catch up on all the different areas. So when we talk about surroundings, as normal, I'd like you to just think about what that means to you. What involves your surroundings? What makes up your surroundings? There's all kinds of things, and our sensory system really connects to those things. So it can be colors, it can be the light, it can be sounds in your environment, it can be smells in your environment, it can be the clothing or the chairs in your surroundings, it could be pictures on the walls, it can be the people that are around you. Because when we talk about your environment, it can be in the community, it can be in your home, it can be at work. So this is going to be different in the different environments. But once you're kind of aware and you're mindful for yourself that an environment plays a huge role in how we feel and how we respond to things, then you're able to control that environment a little bit more if you can identify what things make you feel better that are around you. So surroundings doesn't just affect you physically, emotionally, mentally. Those are all the different ways our environment plays a role in how we feel. Understanding that our environment can affect your health in those ways is very important. And it's good to have a safe, comfortable, healthy environment and space where you work, where you live, and even out within the community. The quality of lighting, maybe you're not getting enough sleep in the evening, but have you ever thought about the lights? Do you leave a light on in the hallway? Do you keep a light on by your bed? When you sleep with a light on, your eyes can tell. If you've ever closed your eyes really tight and somebody flips on a light but your eyes are still shut, you can see that light come through the lids of your eyes. The same thing happens when you're sleeping. So just knowing about lighting and how it plays a role in keeping you up or calming you down. The same can happen with the opposite effect of light. If you're feeling really uptight and anxious and there's a lot of bright lights around you, that's a sensory stimulator. So if you tend to turn those lights down low or maybe even off for a little bit, that might help calm you. So knowing that those things can majorly affect how you feel. The same thing happens with color, sounds, all those things. Decreasing unpleasant items such as clutter, noise, and smells can have a positive effect on that overall health. So psychogeography, that is the study of the relationship between places that we move through in our everyday life. So we talked about where we live, in the community, at work, and many other places, community being stores and things like that. What do you think are things in your environment that affect your overall well-being? Can you think about what we've identified already? Smell, taste, sights, sounds, feelings of things, physically. The chairs that we sit in can make us feel better or worse. So those are all things to keep in mind and to know that the fact that our environment can affect your mood and even your productivity. If you're not getting things done because there is so much clutter around you, it can be overwhelming to not know where to start, so we just don't do anything. So it can really affect our productivity as well. So I challenge you to look around the space that you're in right now and apply these things. Look at the lighting, look at the color of the paint on the walls. Does it make you feel happy, sad, closed in too big of a space? Just start being mindful and explore what your environment is like and how you can make it better. So clutter, it can cause kind of this chaos feeling. Some people are very, very organized, and any chaos and clutter makes it difficult for them to feel comfortable and relaxed. I'm not necessarily one of those people. but it's important that you identify what that is for you. You want to remove any bad mojo. If you know something makes you feel bad, but you have to look at it every day, maybe you should change what that visual field is. Maybe there's a picture that you don't like. Change it out with a new picture. Put a plant in its place. I have a couple things here today that you can think about when thinking about your environment. Plants in your space are really good for oxygen. It almost creates a relationship because that plant is dependent on you watering it and making sure that it gets sunlight. I also have an essential oil here, the smells around you. You can have a diffuser where you add a couple drops of a smell that's pleasant to you. You can keep a smell that helps calm you, and also maybe one that's a pick-me-up, like sweet orange, lemon. Any of your citrusy smells tend to be more of a pick-me-up, where lavender and chamomile, things like that tend to be more calming. And making sure that you use those in the right times of day. You don't want to smell the lemon or peppermint or something that's a stronger smell right before bedtime when you're trying to calm down and go to sleep. Positive vibes. What are things in your space that make you feel good? Maybe it's a quote. It can be that paint again, the light. It can be activities around you. Some people like to read or do puzzles. It can be a favorite blanket. Maybe if you wrap yourself in a blanket on the couch, that tends to have a calming effect. So just having things around that help you feel better in your environment. Nature, and we talked about that. Bringing plants in can bring that nature into the home. People tend to connect with nature and feel good when they connect with it. Maybe you aren't so good at keeping plants alive. What about a window? Do you open your window blinds and look outside and have a view of trees and plants in the outdoors? Is there a park close where you can go out and walk? Is there a place during your job that you can take a break and go out and walk with the outdoors, spend some time looking at the flowers, the birds, and the trees? Those are some ways that you can connect with nature. Those windows and having natural light can be very beneficial as well. So just identifying zones for you and making them a healthy environmental place for you are really important. So that's just some things to think about when talking about surroundings. After each one of these sessions in the book, there is an activity in the back to help you explore for yourself or maybe even practice these areas. So today on the back of surroundings, we actually have a little questionnaire that you can go through and mark. It asks you things like, do you like where you live? Do you have friends and family that live close? These are all things. So you go through and you do little check mark boxes, and you can put comments out to the side of how you may address that area if it's something you feel like you want to improve about your environment. It's just a fun way to explore how to improve the world that you live in day to day, throughout the day, and the different environments that you come in and go out of. I hope this is beneficial to you. Again, if you want one of these workbooks, feel free to contact us at tracy.spears@va.gov or mandia.johnson@va.gov, and we'll make sure we have that link at the bottom for you as well as a contact phone number. Have a great day.